Amidst all the research and advancements in alternative energy, I believe that there's still room for fuel cell technology, at least right now. In this video, we're going to talk about where that room is. Is it in a hotel room or a bathroom? That makes it an interesting speculative short-term investment opportunity. In this video, we're going to talk about the viability of a very specific American fuel cell company called Plug Power. We're going to talk about how it does business, its potentials, and its potentials as an investment for you. If this is the type of content you've been looking for, please hit the like button and let's get started. Just to make sure everyone's on the same page, when I say fuel cell technology, it's hydrogen fuel cell technology, right? And the idea is that it's an alternative fuel source, just like solar power and battery power. This is a zero emission, energy source that can power electronics, automotives, etc., etc. It's also worth noting that there used to be this negative association to hydrogen bombs, where people just thought that if you drive a hydrogen fuel cell, you're a mobile bomb. But there are many researches out now that are published on reputable sources stating that hydrogen fuel cell cars are no more dangerous than a gasoline powered car. So all in all, this makes it a very interesting pitch for businesses who care about the same refueling characteristics as a gasoline car, good mileage, and also the zero emissions bit. Those are the general benefits for fuel cell technology. But of course, if you're trying to sell to a business, then there are additional benefits. Because of the proliferation of carbon emission credits, and also because of the general stance of governments trying to subsidize cleaner energy sources, businesses are more incentivized to make purchases for alternative energy. And fuel cell technology is one of them. Now, there are many companies who are tinkering with hydrogen fuel cells. This involves Honda, Toyota. There's a German company working with Daimler, which is Mercedes, right? And then there's also the company that I want to talk about in this video. This is an American company stationed in New York. And this particular company focuses specifically on hydrogen fuel cell. This company, Plug Power, is also making key acquisitions so that they can lower the production cost. They can go even greener, because one of the concerns is that the production of hydrogen fuel cell is actually not environmentally friendly. And also they're making acquisitions so that they can go into more key strategic markets. They're completely selling to businesses. Even though their size says they can be applied to drones and mobile devices, I think they're actually selling to governments and military, which is great. I think that's the right approach. If you look at their numbers, they look like a startup. They have consistent growth on revenue, but they lose a crap ton of money. And I think this makes sense for them as a business because they're tackling niche markets. They're trying to get infrastructures built. They're trying to go in with the mindset of not caring about making money, but trying to capture as much of the market as possible. That is a great mindset for a startup. In my opinion, businesses like this, they're made and broken by the connections they have, because they're ultimately selling to businesses. And if they can close that deal, they'll make a ton of money, especially in government and military contracts. The stock is only $4 right now, and if they can make those connections, land those deals, I can see a pretty big opportunity in making some good investment returns here. Now, before you put your money in fuel cell technology, there are some red flags that you should be fully aware of. Number one is that it's not cheap. I don't mean the stock is cheap for a reason. If we look at the cost of fuel cell on a per mile basis, gasoline costs you 16 cents on average per mile. Fuel cell actually costs you 21 cents per mile. Electricity costs you 4 cents a mile. The good news is that Bloomberg says fuel cell will probably cut its cost by half in the coming years. But even so, that's still more expensive than battery-powered cars. Depending on how you look at it, fuel cell advantages might be temporary, because its benefit is that it fuels super fast and it has a better range than battery. So you can imagine a company that focuses on logistics and efficiency. Even if we have the Tesla technology where it takes only 40 minutes to charge 80% of the battery, that's still quite a bit of time if you think about it from a global scale. But if the battery technology can eliminate that gap, if they are able to charge faster, or if they can hold a charge that can drive for so much longer that the charge time becomes irrelevant, then hydrogen fuel cell becomes irrelevant too, right? So that would make Elon Musk completely right. Furthermore, when was the last time you saw a fuel cell station? Based on my research, it costs a ton of money to build the support for storing, transporting, and these refueling stations. And if you look at companies, well-known companies, right? Just Toyota's Mirai, their hydrogen fuel cell, they sold a few thousand globally every year. I mean, that's not great. The commercial market is probably adopting a lot better, but I think the challenge is that it's adopting better because of the carbon emission credits is doing this job, and also because governments and automotive industry is subsidizing these adoptions. If they go away, I can imagine the fuel cell tech going down under real quick. All in all, I think power plug is a very interesting short-term investment opportunity because people make millions of dollars during this transitional phase where the technology isn't ready yet, but the businesses needs a substitute. And with the incentive of emission credits, carbon emission credits, and these subsidies that the government is offering to go greener, I think that some companies, they're going to be forced to adopt. And the industries I'm thinking about is agriculture, delivery businesses, construction, maybe even in aviation. So if you're looking to diversify your portfolio with some more speculative, high risk, high reward company, PowerPlug might just be one of them. I hope this video proved helpful to you. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts. Whether you disagree with me or not, I would love to learn a little bit more about this company as well. If you're looking for more content like this, please hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching. I look forward to working with you next time. Thank you.